video. So today we're gonna be doing a challenge. I don't do challenges on this channel because I don't like challenging myself, but we're doing the spicy ramen challenge, which should actually be relatively easy for us because we're Indian and our spice tolerance is like through the roof. My other roommate has come home. Do you want to say
guys.
Hi guys. Hi guys. This Sachi is on this side. You're not gonna see her. She's all nesting. She's nesting in her little cocoon. We're waiting for the noodles to cook, so pretty much it's just gonna be awkward silence right now. Starting now.
Does that look cute?
Do you want to sit down?
Yes.
Introduce yourself to the video.
Hi.
This is Shwetha. You've met her. She was in my last vlog. She stole the show. She stole the show. Did very well. Love that for her. She's better online than I am, and I've been doing this for 2 years.
Oh.
Shwetha has done this challenge 3 times.
Yeah.
This is the 4th time.
No. This is the third time. Yeah.
But either way, she's had experience. I, on the other hand, have never tasted this. I've had ramen once before, and this is
2x spice.
2x spice. My friend over there, Sachi, is now watching The Office. So you will hear the theme song and several characters speaking as we do this.
Ooh, hit that note. What do you think?
So good.
It slaps. I still have 1 minute left.
She has eaten. This is going to be the 3rd time she's eating it, so I'm not expecting like an actual reaction from her. I understand this is pretty much a mukbang.
We actually pulled an all-nighter together on Thursday, and that was the first all-nighter that I pulled. So it was like kind of weird, I guess. Like
I was editing the Friday, like the video I uploaded on Friday, the night that we stayed up. And so she kind of just stayed up with me while I edited.
I was super excited.
For what?
It was Thursday night.
I don't know. What the fuck happened on Friday?
You heard me sobbing in my room.
Oh! So, as I mentioned in the last video I posted, she loves Pentatonics. Pentatonics released an album? And so we went to our rooms, respectively. This is on Friday, might I add.
She came back from the library.
Yeah, I go into my room, I'm working, and I just hear from her room. And I'm like, not gonna touch that. No. Her friend can handle that. Her friend's also probably crying, it's fine.
Oh, she wasn't. I got her into pentatonics, so.
So the effect isn't as big.
So the effect isn't that big. She thinks they're like cool and everything, but she won't cry if they put out a good song. She'll be like, wow, it's a good song, and I'll be like,
I've only cried.
It's such a beautiful song.
I've only cried to one song in my life, and that is The Night We Met by Lord Huron. And if you guys know what that is, it's pretty much the song that plays in 13 Reasons Why. You watch the show, I actually adore a lot of the actors. I just did not like the writing or like the direction or like anything about it. Other than the actors, I love the actors.
Wasn't the main character, like the main...
He's in a band.
No, not the guy, the girl. Didn't she act as Morgan Stark in that one outtake from Endgame?
Yeah, but they ended up scrapping it because why? Why would they have that scene?
Because I watched it and was like, would I want this to be in the movie or would I not want it to be?
I wouldn't. Mainly because we have no context.
I think it's best left.
Like, how the fuck is Morgan even there? Is she dead too?
Good question. Yeah, that makes no sense.
We see her at the damn funeral and she's like, I want cheeseburgers.
I want cheeseburgers.
And then they're like, no, she's in heaven with her father. What the fuck happened? Time jump? Because she's obviously not a child.
She ate too many cheeseburgers and went to heaven. Her dad just had so much money on him. And he died, so he wasn't going to do anything with the money.
Are you excited for No Way Home?
I am so excited.
Okay, here's my thing. I have this thing with TV shows where I see like the trailer and I'm really excited to see them, obviously. But then I see certain things in the trailer where I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna like that. Like as a plot point, like I'm gonna feel bad about it. So then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, so the premise is him like turning back time and getting rid of the whole plot point of where everyone finds out he's Spider-Man.
Right.
Or, like,
In case you haven't seen the trailer yet.
So in my mind, I realized before he even says anything about MJ, I'm like, oh, MJ's gonna forget that he's Spider-Man, which is the main reason that they got together was because she figured out he was Spider-Man.
Was that?
Yeah.
It's been forever since I watched Far From Home with Sachi.
One problem I have with that, they shouldn't have killed Mysterio.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's hot.
That's not the reason.
That's not the reason. That is definitely not the reason.
He's not my type. He's attractive, I'll give him that.
He has like these hollow eyes and just like
He has, like-
He looks like, okay, no hate to Jake Gyllenhaal, but I need you to get some sleep, honey. You have the darkest eye bags I've ever seen in the fucking world, besides Pete Davidson.
I don't know who Pete Davidson is.
Darkest eye bags I've ever seen on the face of a human
the one
being.
who got engaged to Ariana.
And then they broke up.
Is he in
They
Thank You
seemed really
Next?
cute. He's in Thank You Next. Even though we're still married.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, Ariana Grande is married now, so.
I actually really like her husband.
She
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, Dalton Gomez.
Where you been?
Girl!
Wait, what?
They've been married like for a good amount of
For a
time.
few
How
months
long?
now. For a few months now.
What? Where have I been? Why do I not know
She
this?
needs to get a good Instagram account.
When did they get married?
Just a few months
May?
ago.
Why don't I know this?
Because you have
They're
no idea
very
what's
private.
happening.
They're pretty private.
I mean, it was a private
event.
event, but like
there was no publicity. Like literally, like people knew she was engaged.
she posted pictures on her Instagram.
Yeah, they posted pictures of the wedding, but they didn't like have. They had a very small wedding. Ooh, you need to watch What If. You have to.
What is that?
It's the Marvel show.
I need to log on to Disney Plus. Because I had like the
Because
login.
I so badly want to talk to someone about it, but no one has watched.
I'll watch it.
What have you watched?
I watched a majority of WandaVision. I didn't get to finish watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I watched all of Loki and then the first
Can we talk
episode.
about Loki then?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't watched Loki, log off. Not for you. Get the fuck out of here. Loki. I have some problems with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Go on.
First, I don't understand why they ruined Sylvie. Like I was starting to, okay, the thing with Sylvie was that when I met her, I was like, ooh, girl boss energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. We love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
She has this huge emotional arc with Loki. I'm feeling it in the back of my throat right now.
Are you talking about how you don't like how she actually fell for Loki?
No, I don't like the fact that she betrayed him at the end.
Oh.
I was fine with them being together.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of people were like, Silky is like incest. It's not, because pretty much they're supposed to be the same person.
Well, yeah.
So it's like self-love. And
It's like narcissism, but in the best way.
that's Loki for you. That
only
he's
person
the
you
only
can love.
is himself.
I actually don't like how. I feel like the fact that they actually like Sylvie did like have a romantic kind of feeling towards Loki deducted from her girl boss character. Because Loki was kind of pathetic.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, the thing with Loki in this series is they took so much away from him, especially because we're coming hot off of Avengers. Like, this is supposed to be the version of him that was in Avengers, so he's still really cold and calculated, and he's like
Like he was
angry
so
at the
good in
world.
Avengers.
He's so angry, and like he was like the perfect villain in Avengers because
Like-
he didn't give a fuck.
I saw Loki in Avengers and I got chills. I was like, this guy's angry.
Yeah, and he had a lot of rage issues. Well, he can hide it pretty well.
I feel like they almost made him a comic version of Loki from Ragnarok.
Which is the wrong Loki.
Yeah, it's the wrong Loki, that's the problem.
I feel like, okay, so I personally believe my favorite version of Loki is Ragnarok Loki.
Mhm.
Just because he not only has the looks, but he also has like the character development.
My favorite version of Loki is
His Endgame.
Endgame
Not-
Loki. No,
where he's not fucking there.
he's there. I
For,
was
like,
trying to
one
say. I was trying to say Infinity War.
You know when he died really easily in the beginning and his neck got snapped?
We
That's
love to
my
see it.
favorite. My favorite version of Loki is dead Loki.
Loki at the end of every movie, like.
Except Ragnarok. He had a good ending in Ragnarok. Have you seen Once Upon a Time?
I only know that Seb Stan is in it.
Of course you do. He was fucking hot.
He was so fucking hot.
Jefferson! Ooh, Jefferson!
Jefferson,
Mad Hatter. You're supposed to be Mad.
no, his name is Jefferson though.
Which is
Weird.
She has some tea with a guy named Jefferson.
I don't have tea. The whole school has tea with him.
Don't you wanna
Contribute,
punch him in
Sachi.
the face like me? Don't you wanna stab him in the throat like me? Don't you? Don't you?
Dustin hasn't even seen Jefferson. It looks like she hates her more than I did.
How far have you watched the WandaVision?
I want to say the 6th episode.
Wait, which one is the 6th one?
It's the one where
Is it the 90s?
no, it's the one where like she gives birth. And
Oh, so it's the 80s. No, it's the 70s.
no, she gives birth. It's like I've gone to the part where she like talks to like Woo about like how she created the whole like community. Spoilers.
Okay, so pretty much she gives birth in the 3rd episode.
Oh, you're right. I
So you
forgot.
only watched the 3rd episode?
No, I watched until the 6th. Like I watched like until she like.
Okay, so the 3rd episode was the 70s. So optimally from where you went to the 6th episode, I believe that would be the thousands. I just want to talk about how Agatha was one of the best TV villains I've ever seen. So the thing with Agatha was when I first met Agnes as a character, I was like, this is the bitch that's gonna. This is her. There's no other reason Catherine Hahn would be so prominent if she wasn't the villain. Also, I'm living for villain as Catherine Hahn. You don't understand. I had like such a huge ass crush on her.
Okay.
Okay, so I watched this movie called Bad Moms, right? So that movie had Catherine Hahn, Mila Kunis, and Kristen Bell. 3 hot ladies, all not giving a fuck. And I was like, this better not awaken anything. And it did. It did awaken something for me. How do you feel about Sharon Carter?
I don't really like her.
Why?
I don't know. She's like, I feel like she's kind of unnecessary.
See, here's my beef with Marvel on that. They could have done so much more with her character. Like she actually, okay, you wanna know what the comic version of Sharon is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sharon in the comics she's Agent 13. She's the baddest bitch alive. Okay? Might I remind you, Peggy and Steve aren't Endgame in the comics. Sharon and Steve are.
Wow. Okay.
So Peggy is actually an abusive, manipulative woman.
Whoa.
That Steve was in a toxic relationship for years with her. And then at some point, Steve and Sharon meet, and they're like the whole soulmates trope. Where like, they could literally go through time for each other.
Well, in that case,
they've completely obliterated it.
Yeah, they completely obliterated the relationship between Sharon and
Like,
Steve.
she legit could have done so much more. Like, I was so happy when I met her, like, in
My kids are probably silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
I literally, when I met her in The Winter Soldier, I was like, yes. And then did she do anything? No.
I mean, if that's the case, then they definitely underplayed her character.
Yeah, but then I saw her in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and she started doing shit. And I'm like, ooh, queen. I am the leader of the Steve hate train.
Oh no.
Fucking hate that man. Like, I love Chris Evans. I think he's a great guy, right? Do I like Steve? No. He does have his cinnamon roll moments. But he's fucking stupid. And he does some dumb shit. And I think that should be addressed.
Yeah, he's pretty stupid.
Like, I feel like, okay, this is an unpopular opinion, maybe. I feel like Civil War could have been completely avoided if Natasha was the leader. Like, I hold that stance so firmly.
I agree.
If she was the fucking leader of the Avengers, there would have been no Civil War. She would have sat those 2 men down and made them talk it out like grown adults instead of throwing shields and blasting people.
Yeah, they underplayed Black Widow.
And then she got 1 fucking movie after she died.
I'm sorry, aren't they just underplaying like?
They're like really underplaying them. I think the thing with like Wanda is that they need to have WandaVision as they need to expand her character, because if they don't, then that's literally going against the comics. Because WandaVision that's canon. They were canon. You can't mess with that shit. And she wasn't even named the Scarlet Witch because they hadn't trademarked her yet. Here's the dumb shit, right? X-Men and Avengers, same universe, right? Both Marvel. for some reason, they just didn't merge them. So we got a different Pietro in like a different thing. And I believe his name is supposed to be Pietro. It's not Peter.
That's Pietro.
Yeah. No, but like in the original thing. Because we got Peter Maximoff in X-Men. And that was before Pietro even showed up.
Okay.
Which I actually am really happy that Evan Peters played him because he plays an amazing Quicksilver. But like it doesn't make sense why they would name him Peter if his dad's name is literally Eric Ledger, which is so fucking German. There's a lot of issues with WandaVision.
Wait, the
like,
fact
Wanda's
that
character.
Wanda and Pietro are related, was that like just MCU?
That's canon.
Oh. Like they were related in the books too?
Yeah, they're both related. They're both supposed to be the children of Magneto.
Oh.
And I believe they also have a sister named Polaris.
Wow.
Lorna. No hate to Lizzie Olsen. Because I love her dearly.
Oh yeah, you do. I know that.
I have stated many times that I have a big ass crush on her. Because I think she's so pretty. And just adorable. But there are some things that we need to talk about with Wanda's character because I feel like Marvel fumbled the bag on so many things. Like, the thing with Wanda was that she's supposed to be Romani. So, like, she's, you know.
Did you, like, switch into an English accent? Like, an American accent halfway through?
Yeah, like in Civil War, I think she had more of an American one, and then she had, like, it was starting to
It, like,
grow.
gradually became American.
Yeah,
and I don't even know how
by
that
the
happened.
time it reached Infinity War, she was, like, fully Americanized. And then we reach Endgame, and there's a little bit of it seeping back in like the final battle scene where she's like, "You took everything from me." And he's like, "I don't even know who you are." And she's like, "You will." And then she like proceeds to beat his ass. And then we have WandaVision where she sounds like the perfect American housewife until she gets outside of the Hex, and then the Sokovian comes back.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
I think she only shows it now when she's angry. She has gone to bed. I'm gonna cap this video now because I feel like it's gone on a bit long and one of my friends is coming over. Okay, so I'm gonna do the outro now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Shwetha, for joining.
You're welcome.
I know you guys you enjoy her a lot more than me, I know. She's national star quality. But it wasn't really much of a challenge because we both have increased spice tolerance, so this is more of a mukbang. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't really eat on this channel at all. Low appetite. Check out my podcast, Musings, Arranging Introvert, and Weird Wacky Tales with Gia. Musings, I talk about whatever I want. Weird Wacky Tales is just myths and true crime. That's taking a while. I'm sorry, guys, okay? I'm sorry. Check out my Spotify. I just hit 103 monthly listeners, which is crazy. I didn't know that many people like to hear me sing, but thank you. I'm working on putting out some new covers. I actually am planning on releasing a new lyrical video for one of my new covers. Sorry, that's the bathroom. It's loud as hell in our door. The song that's gonna be coming out, I can say it because I've already released it on my Instagram and like on my Spotify. It's already been out. But it's happier than ever. We're working on making a video for that. And by we, I mean me. I don't know why I'm acting like there's a team behind me. I mean, Shwetha's been giving me moral support, so I guess there's a team. Check out my short story down below. I've linked some Black Lives Matter and anti-Asian hate crime stuff down below. I didn't even mention that in the last video, but it's still down there, okay? Check that out, or I'll haunt you in your dreams. I won't actually do that, because I need to get sleep, but, I'll do my outro now. Stay safe, stay sane, stay safe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Missing someone